first guest today is legendary former Imagineer, Tim Delaney. Tim, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
I had an idea to redo the Energy Pavilion. So this was a high-speed flying ride that went into the inner world. It went to the nano world, and you see we compress you in. And it was a ride that flew through that whole building. And I came down here and looked at the Energy Pavilion, and that building is enormous.
We have Don Dorsey and Mark Nichols.
I had brought a short clip to show you of what the Millennium might have been at Epcot had things gone according to the original plan. And this is what we call the crane show. When I saw this, I thought, I'll just wait this out.
So the tank is, it's 24 feet deep, it's 200 feet in diameter. Mm-hmm. The tank holds 5.5 million gallons, and there's another 1 million gallons in the life support system. So yeah, it was pretty complex. You know, yeah. But it made a great show, and we got a restaurant. You know.
Now, tonight, a new Mickey Mouse popcorn bucket exclusive to annual pass holders will be available at Walt Disney World. It features Mickey pointing and laughing. Magic Man Plus will be released October 26th at Disneyland Resort, meaning we're all getting tricks and not treats this year for Halloween. Is it on? It died. The gears were removed from the entrance of the Tomorrowland Light and Power Company, but also most Magic Kingdom rides. So good luck, everyone. See what happens. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live from WDWNT Celebration near the Walt Disney World Resort, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corless and Nick LoCicero. Tonight, things at the Disney theme parks only we care about. The first ever game of PARKTIONARY, bad Orlando Billboards, the wonderful world of psychotic comments, and more. I'm Nick LoCicero. Now, here's your host, Tom Corless. Yeah. That applause sign working overtime today.
Hello, I'm Tom Corless, and I too am also suffering from inflation. Mostly from eating at Wilderness Lodge for the entire last week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You missed Roaring Fork.
I did. Did I miss some good stuff?
There's some good stuff.
Oh man, all right.
Oh yeah, the burn ends.
Territory was great.
It was. If you haven't watched the review, it's up on the other channel, the WDWNT channel. Nick and I went and reviewed everything from the new Territory Lounge menu. I was told it was very fun to watch. We're like Laurel and Hardy, people said. We should try that on this show.
Yeah,
this is the comedy show. We should try it. We should try it on this one.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the show, please hit the like button, subscribe. But if you're really enjoying this nonsense, you can leave a super chat right here on YouTube. Your donation will be used to afford to do those food reviews because they raised the prices. It's getting rough out there. It's getting rough out there. Oh. How's it going?
Good.
Having
a good week so far, yeah.
When did I see you? Territory Lounge was Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we played games together the other night, so.
That was this week, wasn't it?
That was this week. We've seen each other a lot this week.
My life is a mess.
Yeah.
I don't know when anything happened, yeah.
Lots of food, lots of drinks, lots of games this week.
Yeah.
That's what this week's all about for me.
Yeah, we finally filmed that I saw sitting over there, the Headless Horseman game and Disney Happiest Day. Those will be up on the channel soon, so stay tuned for those.
Really fun.
There's a lot. Well, we were all very drunk, so. There was just a bar set up. They used the ledge in the back here. There's just a whole bar set up while we played a game recommended for children age 4.
Yes.
Also, I like that it said What's the recommended time on Happiest Day? 20 minutes?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. We played for 2 hours. I don't know what we did wrong. Maybe we were too drunk.
Well,
I don't
we
know.
elaborated so the answers to the questions on the card should be like one-word answers.
That's still, even if you take that out, we still played for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
which is still 50, what is that? What is that? Another,
I don't know how much more is that
a lot
than
more
after
time.
hours.
I don't know, I'm bad at
know,
math.
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
No, it was a lot. It was a lot.
A lot more than intended still. And the first time I played that, we played for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, it's real short. So yeah, that'll be fun to film 2 hours later.
Well, no one wanted to move Tinkerbell. Everybody was avoiding moving Tinkerbell. The only way to end the game is to move Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Someone in the crowd is very concerned for you.
Just someone.
They're like, okay. Just someone.
Tinkerbell's got to fly.
Well, just the one of you, because Julie has to be here either way. She lives here. So she doesn't have a choice. Anyway, contractually obligated to be here. No. Let's do the news.
News.
2 people tonight. Fantasmic will officially return to Hollywood studios in November. When in November? Well, we don't know. And it's always a good sign when you announce a month something's debuting and it's the next month and you don't have a date. That's always good. It's totally not as if you were trying to bury the news of 100 price increases from the day before. Totally not what was going on. Oh boy. Disney Genie Plus service can now be $22 or even higher per guest per day at Walt Disney World, depending on the day. Yeah. What Disney will do is they'll go count the number of luxury cars in the parking lot, and they'll base the price on, I think we can charge $40 today. God. Man, food prices were raised as well, as I alluded to. The kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream now costs more than one you install in your home. Needless to say, I've just been washing my hands in ice cream for the last week. Yeah, even the most expensive day ever t-shirts went up by $8. That's just so those people can afford to go to the parks themselves, yeah. Oh boy, crazy, crazy times. According to the local 362 Unite Here website, after 2 days of additional bargaining with Disney management, talks have concluded between Disney World and representatives of the Service Trades Council Union. Talks apparently broke down when the union rep said, "That's a nice castle. Be a shame if something happened to it." Oh, man. And then management said, "Go ahead." Oh, we're not going to fix it. What's the difference? Go ahead. Everything on there's just, what's the command stripped on anyway? Just stick it back on. Disney has reversed a policy where cast members had to pick their benefit between a main gate pass for theme park admission or a Disney Plus bundle subscription. They've confirmed that in 2023, cast members can get both. How generous. Yeah. CEO Bob Chapek then went on CNBC to boast that Disney Plus had added 190,000 subscribers. Look at that, it's amazing. And all the people in India that paid $1 for this month, this is great. A portion of Splashdown, I'll keep moving. Thank you, Sabrina. A portion of Splashdown Photos is already closed at the Magic Kingdom. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised it's still open at all, as only things they ever really sold were physical photos and Splash Mountain merchandise, which I believe both of those things have been canceled at this point. So, you know. Speaking of things getting canceled, the Walt Disney Company is still scheduled to move Walt Disney Imagineering and other departments from Glendale, California to Lake Nona, Florida. Yeah. The move was originally supposed to be completed in 2023, but it was delayed to 2026. It's not like them. Construction of the new Lake Nona campus is also slow going. That is, it's not going anywhere. The current status of is groundwork and prep is done, pending any vertical construction. Yeah, so it's just a grassy patch with a pond at this point. In response, Disney PR told us they have plans to build a luxurious lakeside lodge with vacation club villas on the land. Boy, thank you, Jason. Staff night here at News Tonight. Our whole crowd is just staff members. Yeah. The Walt Disney Company, I don't know. At this point, the Walt Disney Company's abandoned more construction sites than all of Greece. So, you know. Wow. I apologize to those watching from Greece. Both those in the country and those who work at the kitchen at Tony's. I apologize. Apologize to both of you. We're now getting a Society of Explorers and Adventurers film in addition to a streaming series. Getting both. Disney is hoping that Society of Explorers and Adventurers would launch a new franchise. Yeah, because original attractions certainly didn't already create a franchise of 6 themed resorts around the world. Lost sight of that. It's billed as an adventure tying together the lore behind several of Disney's most famous theme park attractions with a modern twist. Yeah, the twist, several members are TikTok influencers. God. There's one that just cosplays. God. It'll be reportedly a new take on the sea mythology, pursuing alternative angles in present day by adding new supernatural elements to the history and following new characters not present in the original lore. That's right, Disney won't create original theme park characters in their theme parks anymore. They'll create original theme park characters in movies and shows.
Makes sense.
It makes total sense, right? Why not? Yeah. The film, of course, would be separate from Disney's previously announced Disney Plus Sea Show. That series will reportedly be set in the Magic Kingdom universe, where Disney park lands and characters exist in their own reality. That, of course, being a reality where you can charge $25 to skip one line. Oh, boy. 3 actors have joined the cast of the Disney Plus Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, including Adam "Edge" Copeland. You may recognize Edge from his career in WWE. Now he'll be playing Ares, the god of war, who's handsome in a wicked way and arrogant despite not always being the sharpest tool in the shed. Yeah. He'll also be hitting Percy Jackson over the head with a chair while the referee is distracted. In the concerto. Yeah. No word yet if the show is rated R or not. I don't know. Someone at home will get it. It's fine. Marvel is making a series of variant comic book covers to celebrate Disney 100, and it has Mickey and friends dressed as Marvel heroes. Jake, do we have that? Do we have that cover? There it is. This one asks, what if Mickey and friends were exposed to cosmic rays? What about me? Do you know how many cosmic rays I have been exposed to? Look at me. You know, that's the news. Who brings us the news?
This program is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center, access to our prize wall, a monthly Zoom with Tom, access to our Discord community, early access to our events, and much more, starting at just $2 per month. For more information, visit patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and unlock even more WDWNT.
I assume we have WIGS members here tonight. Almost exclusively, in fact. Yeah, cool. Real quick, let's see what's happening this week on Disney Plus. Big Bad Wolf by Night. You watch out. When he's exposed to a red stone, he'll blow your house down. Watch out. Real quick, I want to plug Carousel products. We got these 2 new shirts that came out last week. We got the new version. If you think this is good, you should have seen Horizons, now in black. It's great because now summer's over almost in Orlando, so you won't die in this shirt. So that's great. And then, of course, we also celebrating Epcot's 40th. We have Set Sail for Tomorrow's Harvest, which celebrates living with and listen to the land, even with the live narrator, the live spieler. Remember when that was a thing, kids? It's a great shirt. They're both only $20. They are not subject to inflation. We have not raised our prices. $20 each, carouselproducts.com. And we do have international shipping, I'm told, coming soon. We have figured that out, and so those of you in other countries will be able to get Carousel products merchandise very soon.
Even people in Greece?
Oh, even people in Greece. Nick, it's your birthday this week.
It is.
Yesterday was your birthday.
Yes.
So we have a cake.
Oh, no.
Bring out the cake.
Oh, no.
Sabrina has the cake. Here it comes.
No.
I don't think we can sing happy birthday for legal reasons. I'm not sure. There's a lot of numbers on that cake.
Yeah.
There are.
How many numbers are on the cake?
3 digits.
Were you?
His 3 favorite.
Why are there?
Yeah.
Eric said your 3 favorite digits are
So
on
how
the
old are you
cake.
now?
Oh boy.
43.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Well,
Great.
take the 2 away. There you go. Cool. You're right.
You?
So we're going to sing to Nick during the commercial break for legal reasons. But happy
Session.
birthday, Nick.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this down.
I was waiting for you to put it on the top of this, which just, just comes off. So what do we have on the show tonight? We have, we're going to put this back on here at some point. Bad Orlando Billboards.
Yeah.
What else is there?
PARKTIONARY, new game.
PARKTIONARY. I'm going to put this over here now.
Yeah, do that.
Here, do you need this now? You just can't put, there's nowhere to put this now.
I don't like open flames
PARKTIONARY.
behind me.
Bad, the first ever PARKTIONARY.
I thought I blew those out.
Did you?
Just magically reappear. That's so weird.
Do it again. Are they actually, they're out now. Oh, she's lighting them. You might as well light this while you're at it. Get rid of this thing at this point. First ever game of PARKTIONARY.
Yeah, people are gonna draw stuff.
People are going to draw stuff, and not you. No. For a change.
Yeah.
Although people are now going to be sad that you're not drawing stuff. Bad Orlando Billboards. We drove around town to see some Bad Orlando Billboards and a discussion of things at the parks only we care about. All that and more coming your way tonight. Stick around.
As we at Disney try to force you to buy Munchlings, we are retiring our ever-popular Wishables plush. But that doesn't mean we can't have one more amazing series. That's right, the Farewell Collection, the Disney Park Guest Series, will be available soon, including some of our most famous and infamous tourists. There's the Midwest mom screaming at someone, the dad from Denver trying to figure out our app, a 7-year-old kid being snuck in via a stroller, the annoying vlogger, but also look for that very kind, very sweet vlogger variant. And of course, not in a blind bag, because we know so many of you are going to want it, is the woman who grabbed the cucumber on Living with the Land. So don't miss the last ever collection of Wishables, because we need you to buy these ugly ass Munchlings.
This decade, get ready for a brand new universe of adventure as Disney Pictures proudly presents the SEACU, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers Cinematic Universe, a new series of films centered around the fictional society across multiple Disney parks. First, find out the origins of Figment in his first film, Figment. Then, join Dreamfinder and Figment on a new adventure in Dreamfinder and Figment, before their third film, Journey into Imagination with Dreamfinder and Figment. Next, discover the mysteries of Mystic Manor in Mystic Manor. And then Albert opens up a box of tricks in Mystic Manor 2. Now museum, now you don't. Then the first of the Disney Springs series. Watch Merriweather Pleasure build his empire in Disney Springs Pleasure Island. Then, march along with the adventurers in Disney Springs, the Adventurers Club, until that project ends up being canceled for Disney Springs, the Edison. And that's just the beginning. With over 40 films planned, we promise that none of these movies will be repetitive, and we definitely won't make spin-off television series from any characters that we kill off. Also, nobody is gay. Disney's Society of Explorers and Adventurers Cinematic Universe, coming in 2022 and 2023, and another in 2023 and 2024, and 2 or 3 every year until you die.
Up everything. It's been J-Pack all along. Who's been pulling every evil string? It's been J-Pack all along. He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness that you haven't even noticed, and a pity is. Late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to J-Pack, naughty J-Pack. It's been J-Pack all along. And it wasn't on purpose, but I killed the Reedy Creek Improvement District. There's nothing really to laugh about with this one.
Welcome back to News Tonight. We're live on WDWNT TV. Please like and subscribe, and please show us the Disney Parks Incorrect Fact of the Week. The big empty room at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. It's a Disney Vacation Grand Villa, but housekeeping refused to clean projectile vomit from those on the ride. So we didn't. That was video of Jason, I think, on the ride.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Have we talked about that on the air yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Jason threw up while on the ride?
Yeah. Into his hat like a gentleman. Doesn't sound as good.
Doesn't sound good wherever it went.
No, it wasn't good. The ride's not good.
How long into the ride was
About
it?
halfway. Oh, no. It was in the second scene.
What is the second scene?
I don't know.
You just know what they radioed in? He was in the second scene.
I don't know. It's what I was told it was in the second scene. I have no idea what scene I was in.
Who was sitting next to you?
Who was sitting? I think Jill was in front of. I think Caitlin was next to me. Jill was in front of me.
What was everyone in the car's reaction to this?
I mean, so I've got my hat and it's over my head like this for this whole second half of the ride, and then we pull into the station and I don't move, and the cast member brings me a vomit bag, and I'm like, "You're too late with that." I don't know why they
Transfer it.
Well, I mean, I put my hat in it, yes, but.
All right, who wants cake?
Yeah.
First there was toast,
No.
now there was cake. This show is making me very hungry. Oh, is my microphone already good? Perfect. It wasn't
Did no one hear that joke at home?
Apparently not. I said first there was toast, now there's cake. This show is making me very hungry. Anyway.
That was the best
moment
joke
is
ever made
wasted.
on the show, and no one heard it. Man, I'm just going to go back to eating cake.
Same.
Oh, I haven't had Publix cake in forever. That's good, man.
Join us next week.
What's next week?
The pudding. I don't know.
We're going to have those Zarg nuts? Zarg nuts next week. What?
I don't know what those are.
You don't know what
Is that a body part?
Sabrina, I'm gonna let you know on something.
What's a Zarg?
Every week we just make things up, and like all the wigs we talked about on Discord before the show, we're gonna make up a theme park thing, and Sabrina's gonna have no idea, and we're gonna see how long she goes along with it. This week it was Zarg nuts. It was like I'm gonna mention Zarg nuts. It's a made-up thing. No, I'm joking. Is this a peanut butter cake? What's in the middle?
Yeah.
That's icing? It's,
I wouldn't
it's
know.
brown.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's
just,
because they stack the takes.
yeah. It's just the like brown part of the
If
cake.
you want to know it's peanut butter,
It
give
tastes-
me some because I'm allergic.
It tastes pretty nutty to me. Weird. Okay.
It's Zarg nuts.
Zargnut cake. Zargnut cake. My favorite. No, Zarg nuts are the thing he's eating after he can't get cake nor toast. So on the first lift till the ride, he's like eating something from a bag. There's Zarg nuts. Sabrina's like, I don't believe you, but okay.
I thought he was eating something from Jason's hat.
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, that is where Jason keeps his park snacks usually.
yeah.
That's true.
Oh my God. There's a discussion we're going to have. The
Yay.
discussion is not related to vomiting on roller coasters.
Oh,
I have lots of
prepped
stories
wrong.
about people puking on rides.
On ride, I was going to say you worked at prime time. I don't know.
Oh, I've got stories from prime time too.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Safari.
It's going to be a hell of a post show tonight, I can already tell.
I got lots of stories, guys.
So the discussion I wanted to have this week was things from the Disney parks that we feel like it could be things that have been removed, they could be things that are still there, it could be anything that we feel like we care about that no one else, whether it's people on staff or when we talk to other people that go to the parks, they either don't know about or don't care about. What are the things we feel like only we ourselves are passionate about and no one else
I feel I've got
no
this
one else
locked.
cares at all? That's good,
this
because
one
that's a
on lock.
discussion.
I
So,
understood the assignment this week.
Sabrina, why don't you start us off then?
The bev naps and napkins in general that they used to have at the restaurants. Back in the day, they used to have legit, like, I'm not even talking about the fancy restaurants where they used to give you like an actual, like, folded napkin. But even at like places like Primetime, we used to have napkins that were like heavy duty, and they used to have the logo of the restaurant on them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, we're in a recession. We've got to cut cost. But don't worry, they'll be back.
That's what they said about Spectral Magic.
Yeah. So those ones, and then the bev naps are like one-ply toilet paper, so they're awful.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to, give them out to everybody at a table. Everybody's supposed to have one. It's a standard. I'm not going to lie, when I used to train even managers, I'd be like, listen, you're supposed to do this, but I don't do this. And if we need to have a discussion later in the office after you're done training, I completely understand. Nobody ever called me in the office, though. They were like, no, they're pretty bad. Because they make a bigger mess at the tables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That and the lack of...
Bread.
Well,
Jason just needs bread after going on Guardians. Desperately needs bread.
no, but the lack of decorations that they used to do for the holidays have gotten skimpier and skimpier. I mean, even when I first started, they used to decorate throughout the restaurant. And then they were like, we're just going to do the front half of the restaurant. And now they're like, we put up a tree outside somewhere close by.
I remember, obviously that's been, people I don't think talked about the fact that that was getting cut year after year. But then finally the year 2020, that year they said, oh, we're not going to decorate in restaurants. And then in 2021 it became, oh, that's just a permanent thing now.
Yeah, they stopped decorating in restaurants prior to then, though.
Yeah, I think there was a couple remaining, right? Like Tony's, I know, still used to decorate. They did the poinsettias around the statue in the middle. They did garland. There was a couple restaurants where they still did a majority of their stuff.
I mean, I have to double check with people, but I mean, they used to do the tinsel tree in Primetime's lobby and stuff, but.
Well, now there's not even bar stools, so. You can't even sit at the bar anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we would sometimes just take those away anyways, but.
Do what with them?
Well, I mean, it depends upon the time of year. We're like, nope, we don't want a crowd in this area. We're just remove the bar stools.
Would people still stand there, though?
Yeah. But now you can stand in twice as many.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would walk in, we'd be like, oh, it's going to be a busy day. There's no bar stools.
Okay.
Yeah. But those are napkins. Napkins are my big.
You guys didn't have coasters before, did you? Was it coasters there? Or was it always just the tiny...
Not when I started, we didn't have coasters.
Okay.
Maybe before me, possibly. I mean,
I've never seen coasters for sci-fi or primetime, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
But I think somewhere in my collection of random stuff at home, I still have like an actual like folded napkin that's got the primetime logo on it, because they were nice. They were the really nice, thick, heavy napkins.
Lots of things. The checkbooks at every restaurant used to be different.
Yeah.
Everyone had their own checkbook. Trying to remember what else. Obviously, swizzle sticks were a thing. Specifically resorts, everyone had a swizzle stick. That's kind of other than Trader Sam's, that's kind of that was one of the things on my list too, was like the branded stuff in total.
Yeah. Well, they used to sell actual merchandise at primetime. Way back when.
Like what?
They had like T-shirts and different things like that. At one point, even while I was there, like you could buy a couple different times. They had like specialty glasses you could buy and stuff like that. But they used to have an actual setup where people check in. You could purchase items there.
Oh, all right.
That was like way back when.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Now I'll
they
be
just
searching
sell them
eBay
at
for
Epcot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had branded stuff. Swizzle sticks being one of those where actually out in the museum we have a bunch of them from like 71 to 96, and then they just stop. Just decided swizzle sticks didn't need to be themed anymore. Even, I remember Contemporary, the downstairs bathroom still had the branded hand tissues until 3 or 4 years ago. And then finally they were like, no, get rid of them. Go away.
Yeah.
Eric, what do you got?
I have a number of things. I don't know how passionately anybody thinks about these things. One of them I thought of off the top of my head was world key information.
Yeah.
So if you don't
Explain
know,
to the
you
children.
used to be able to stand at a kiosk, and they had a early version of a webcam, and you would talk to a cast member about a number of things. But for instance, I'd like to eat at the beer garden today. And they go, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have anything there, but I can get you at this place. And you go, oh, what's that place? And they describe, hey, Nine Dragons. You know, there was just an interaction. I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was cool. Obviously, it was basically Zoom, right? It's not as high tech as it used to be, but I still think it represents that vision of like 80s Epcot. And I thought it's something that I think a lot of people are sentimental for. And I don't think a lot of people think about it anymore, right? Because we have a million other ways to make a reservation.
I was going to say, I think people aren't necessarily sentimental for World Key information kiosks. They're sentimental about talking to cast members in general.
Well,
Like,
that's
you can't-
fair.
You call
That being
and
a human
and you
interaction.
wait on hold for 4 hours to talk to somebody,
Yeah.
or you use your app.
I remember the magic there used to be of that 180-day mark, making that phone call, right, to make your dining
Yeah,
reservation.
you had them all lined up.
And you had like
just went
you had your
through.
paper, and you're like,
Yeah.
It was like a fantasy football draft.
on October 1st, I would like the Brown Derby at or around 3 p.m., please, for 6 guests. And they'd be like, let me look. We have the Brown Derby. Okay, I'm confirming you for 3 p.m. Now let me read you the same thing I read you 8 times. Valid park admission is required. Please give yourself 30 to 60 minutes to arrive at blah, blah, blah. And they just go, every reservation, go through the whole spiel. But it was annoying at the time, but you miss it now.
I have one more kind of futuristic thing that's not futuristic that I care about that is missing. And I don't sit around thinking about it all the time, but whenever I'm there to experience it, I miss the exit to Space Mountain. I miss the speed ramp they had. And you go down there and you're like, oh, I'm transported to the future. Look, it's builder grade carpet, kids. You go to Lowe's and you can get this for, 2 feet a yard or whatever it is. And I just thought that added to the experience. Some of my best memories as a kid were riding that speed ramp. You know, they had the stupid camera where everyone's jumping and waving and stuff to look at. And the stuff to look at, a lot of that is still there, but it was different when you experienced it. It was kind of designed, I think, to be presented at the pace that speed ramp was moving. You sit there.
When you were a
see
kid,
these
it was
vignettes.
kind of like its own Epcot exhibit, right? It was the home of future living.
Yep.
So it was. I mean, my childhood, it was that new Tomorrowland. Like,
Did you have the RCA dog?
the RCA dog's always been there. Just mine had no skin.
Oh.
He's just a robot. He's still there now. He's just the robot dog that's sitting there. But when I was a kid, it was the FedEx thing. It was like FedEx will ship things anywhere in the galaxy.
Yep.
And it was just all sorts of places FedEx will ship things.
And I just think that's symbolic of kind of what happened, where they're like, we don't really care if it dilutes the vision. It's hard to maintain this ramp, or it costs a few bucks. So just put some carpet down, and people forget about it.
It's a long
and
walk.
that is a long walk. I don't know if it's the longest exit. Soarin' might be longer. I'm not sure, but I can't think of any exits to a ride.
Toy Story is really long.
Oh,
What's
Toy
that?
Story Mania now, yeah.
the
Yeah,
Midway Mania.
I don't think it's that long now.
It's
Could
pretty
be.
long.
It could be. It's
We need to go
measure.
We need to go
the
measure
exits.
these. I'm curious now.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's go right now.
But this one is
I'm
downhill
joking.
and uphill and
Parks
then
don't
stairs.
stay open this late anymore.
You know, this one's the one you're like, man, this is.
Yeah.
You look at it. I got to walk down a ramp. I got to walk flat for a while. I got to walk up a ramp. Then there's stairs involved. I'm like, why is there a ramp if there's also stairs involved? I don't know what gives, but that's something that I miss. I think it's a touch to Tomorrowland that was really nice.
Yeah.
And I think they really did the original, concept disservice when they got rid of that. I just think it totally changes it. It feels sterile and laborious and boring and, kind of stupid now.
All right. Jason?
So I've got a couple things. The first one that I miss dearly is good attractions.
So this is quickly becoming just things
He's
we
really
lament the
zeroed
loss
in on
of
this
rather
one.
than things only we care
No,
about.
I have a couple of things, legitimate things. Original songs for attractions. Like, I think Listen to the Land is a perfect example where they took out the song and they didn't replace it with anything. Like, why not just leave it there? That's kind of, Living with the Land is a good example of that, although there's plenty of other instances where they took out songs and replaced them with nothing. The other thing that's closely related to that is wall carpet. I know that nobody else cares about wall carpet.
I think you're wrong.
I
think a lot of people, I care about wall carpet.
Only people that watch this show care about wall carpet.
I bet the vacuuming crew really hates it.
I think it's
Eric thinks there's a vacuum.
I got cracked on the head for the fourth time this week.
There's a bit of wall carpet here and there, but the vast majority of it is now gone with electric umbrella and all the Communicore being ripped out recently.
I admit the wall carpet at the Maelstrom was terrible.
I love that wall carpet. Just big, long teal hallway with that wood railing.
Yeah. Yep.
And all it was decorated with was tiny Norwegian flags.
Yep.
God, I miss Maelstrom.
You know when wall carpeting really sucks, though? When people get sick.
Yeah. I guess that's why they don't have it at Guardians.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Nick?
I wasn't.
Oh, I don't know. You just took a long pause.
No, I was waiting for
Go
discussion.
ahead.
The other thing I dearly miss, my second favorite attraction ever, has been replaced with an attraction that I cannot ride. Universe of Energy. That was my second favorite attraction ever. And I used to ride it all the time, even as recently as a couple of years ago. And now I can't even go in the building.
You can say that for a lot of Epcot.
It's true, you can.
Some for physical limitations, some just for emotional.
Yeah. I count my blessings that Spaceship Earth, which is my first favorite attraction, is still there in some way, shape, or form. But we've dodged a couple of bullets with that one, I think. Like,
have we? I don't know.
There was supposed to be.
Could
a
they have
refurb.
made this version worse? I don't know.
I don't know. There was supposed to be a refurb, and I was.
There was.
I was a little worried.
Yeah.
But the refurb got canceled, so.
Sure did.
Who knows what happened? But yeah, that was my last one.
Okay.
So I guess I took a little different approach. I thought
It doesn't have to be something you're sad as
yeah,
gone.
because that's what everybody seemed to have picked. No, so like, all right, there's something I care about that's like really dumb. But I think that's the point of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm a baseball fan, and at All Star Sports, they have the building with all the baseball team pennants, and they don't update them.
No.
Like they still have the Cleveland Indians, obviously, but that's pretty recent.
Do they still
tell
have
them that's racist?
Right.
And they'll take it right down.
Yeah.
Don't they still have the Expos though?
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Right. They have the old Rays. They have the old Angels. They have the.
They also didn't update it at sports, right? All Star Sports has a bunch of pennants
What did I say?
with team logo.
Yeah,
Are you
that's what I was
talking
talking
about Wide? I think you said Wide World of Sports.
No,
No,
All Star
All-Star.
Sports.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
The pennants up on the building, but maybe
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Wide World of Sports too. I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
might have updated. Well,
I thought there
trying
was
to
that
think
both
where they
of
have them.
Maybe not.
But so they have a lot of the
Yeah.
old teams. I think they have all the like old logos, teams that moved, teams that changed their name and stuff like that. They still have all the old logos. That bothers me. I hate that. Like every time I go there, I'm like, change it. Do something about this.
You know what a good solution to that is?
Huh.
Don't go there.
Let me ask this question.
Can't afford to anymore.
Why are you there?
Occasionally you go there.
For the food? Like what? Someone just yelled cheerleader.
Got me. Occasionally you go walk around resorts.
At All Stars.
Yes, all of them.
Oh,
You run
okay.
out of things to do eventually. Yes. So that bugs me. The other thing, I guess since we're naming a few here, like it's funny because here's the thing. It was kind of hard for me to think about things that I care about that other people don't, because ever since you find out that people actually do care about these weird little things,
Yeah,
the more
for
you
sure.
talk to Disney fans that get in the community and so like a couple of the things, like I didn't know people really cared about the dog in the Carousel of Progress, and now there's a plush of the dog from Carousel of Progress. Like, so enough people have to care about that in order for that to even happen.
Yeah.
So like that was like that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite like non-traditional like park character things is that dog. I love that
So
dog.
15 years ago, you could have said that. Like 15 years ago, I probably could have came on here and been like, I love the Country Bears. And
Yeah,
like, I
right?
feel like no one else would have responded.
Yeah.
But now it's, I don't know, everything feels, same People Mover, right? 15, 20 years ago, I don't feel like anyone talked about the People Mover ever.
Never had a line.
No, there's no
It
one,
was
and not even
awful.
like because it's continually moving, like legitimately, you'd walk up to the ramp. There was nothing ahead of the ramp.
Yeah.
You just hit the ramp and go upstairs, and there was no one else there.
Now it's like cool to care about it. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's-
but not only
it's
that, people
weird.
wait 30 minutes for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, I can't wait 30 minutes for the People Mover. It's the People Mover. Like, I love it, but I'm not waiting 30 minutes for
Right.
this.
Yeah, like you never used to have to wait for that at all.
Yeah, like that's what made it. For me as a kid, that was the only reason we liked it. It was obviously it's cool to go around the upper level of the land, but we loved it because it was the one thing you could do in the park that you absolutely could walk on,
mean,
like that
yeah.
in Dream Flight.
I was going to say that's why people
Yeah.
like Dream Flight and
Oh,
If
yeah.
You Had Wings.
Those were the two things you could always just walk on. Yeah, now you can't
And
walk
like
on any.
in that same area of the park too, and I don't know if this thing had an official name. The robot news.
Robo News.
Robo News. It was Robo News.
Oh, people cared because when we posted, he was ripped out. The archives actually took him. He's actually safe.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
They threw out the phone booth though.
Yeah.
I like the phone booth, but I'm glad Robo News
Robo
survived.
News. I always loved that thing.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing that like, again, I think people like love this for some reason. But I was always, this was always one of my favorite characters in any ride, was the Dirty Foot Pirate. And for some reason, like as a kid, like that animatronic stood out for me. And that would be my fondest memory of the Pirates.
You know what's interesting though is there are two different types of people. There are people that call him the Dirty Foot Pirate, and there are other people who call him the Hairy Leg Pirate.
Oh.
So one day we
were a
should
hairy leg.
we should
were a
sort
hairy
that
leg
out.
family, but then again, we are Italian, so.
We should sort that out on this show one day.
I totally agree with you on the hairy leg, dirty foot pirate. The reason that I was obsessed with him as a kid was because you could look up, and I would try to look up inside his pants to see the mechanic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, family show.
Come
family
on, Nick,
show.
this is not anything new to you.
Oh, boy.
I realized that I didn't realize that was a thing other people talked about until, I don't know if you remember, in the early 2000s on Resort TV, they did those fake movie trailers for attractions that would play in between like the informational stuff. And so the one for Pirates, it was like, see this, see that, and then it's like, see the hairy leg. And I'm like, oh my God, other people talk about this?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the moment where I realized it was not like a
If
like
they
an
shave
inside
his
joke
leg or
for us.
wash his feet, there will be an uproar like you wouldn't believe.
No, I mean, but it's the hairy leg is a thing. Like it's. I don't think we realized how important it was because then everyone started talking about it, and there's like interviews and stuff where, and people became Imagineers later talk about the fact that like the moment on Pirates, it's like you're trying to look for where the breaks in immersion are, and then people look up, see that leg, and be like, there's hair attached to that leg.
Yeah.
And that was the moment for people where it's like, this is every inch of this ride is fully detailed. Like that was.
Jason, let's do a survey. Put a survey together, and I want to see the Venn diagram of people who call him the Dirty Foot Pirate versus the hairy leg, and overlap that with people that start in Mexico and people who start in Canada.
Let's see if there's correlation.
Yeah, I want to see if they're the same people.
The problem is, the smart people started International Gateway.
That's true.
And
Just
then
the rich
they go right
people.
to Rose and Crown.
That's exactly how you do it.
Along those very same lines, I have something that's very, very similar to what Tom said about how you realize there's the immersion. On Living with the Land, there's the house with the dog on the front porch.
Yeah.
If you eat at the restaurant,
Garden Grill.
I was going to call it the Good Turn.
The Good Turn? The Land Grill Room?
The Good Turn.
Whatever name you'd like to call it.
If you eat at that restaurant and you go past that house, you can see in the second floor window, and there's a fully decorated bedroom in there that you can't see from the ride.
That's awesome.
You can only see from the restaurant.
See, a lot of these things are things that I think before getting involved in the community, we probably all thought, I am the only person on earth that cares about that.
Yeah.
And then as we all got into this, I think you realize there is someone else that cares about all of these stupid little things. I'll never forget, there was a D23 event where Jason Grant was talking about doing the art on those, I don't know if you remember those big speaker covers outside Interventions that had like the gears and stuff. Yeah. And there's like one weird shape on them. And he's like, I'm gonna explain to you what this shape is. And he shows the steps that go from the People Mover up to the Starjets or Astro Orbiter. And it's the side profile of those steps. And that was a moment where I'm like, all these stupid little things mean something to someone. Everyone will grab onto something. So that's why anytime they change anything in an attraction, someone's gonna be pissed because it's gonna be someone's thing.
There's another stupid thing. This is out of left field. It doesn't have to do with immersion.
Yeah.
But you used to, when you got an annual pass, it used to have your photograph on it and your name on it. And now it's like somebody writes your name in a Sharpie.
That smears off.
Your first name.
And then when it comes up, they're like, sign it. That'll solve it. Yeah, I could.
And I mean, and then
prove
there's a
it's
point,
you. Sign your name on.
Then there's a point where you're like, oh, which? Then they're like, oh, we don't have your picture anymore. But hey, which character is going to be on your annual pass?
Yeah.
And then that was all homogenized. You know, now they have the new ones. I still have the old one, but
My favorite is when they didn't load on the park reservation screen, And my father and I had the same name, and I kept booking the wrong person and the wrong parks. And then they'd yell at me at the front entrance, and I'd be like, the avatars don't load, and we have the same name. What do you want me to do? I can't tell who I'm booking a reservation for.
Yeah.
It was cool. We had our photo on.
I want the photo.
Though. Yeah.
And when I remember when I got my first annual pass to go to TTC, buy it, and then they go. Actually, I gave them like a voucher because it was a Christmas gift from my parents.
No.
And they're like, "Oh, go around this hedge to this like what felt like a secret room." He
Yeah.
said they take your picture, and then they kind of punched it out in a. They had a little punch tool that I think the picture was kind of in the shape of Mickey's head or something.
It was
like
an
that.
oval or a Mickey
Yeah.
at different points in time.
Yeah, but I mean, it
That
totally
was
makes
cool.
sense. And now, like, I have the most generic looking thing. I guess most people just use their phone anyway, but I still use my pass to go into the park.
There
most
is
of the time.
something special about that process, though, right? So the first time I ever went to Disneyland, because the first expo was the next month, I ended up getting an annual pass. So my first moments at Disneyland are walking down the street, seeing the castle, and then we go into an annual pass processing center, which is now Jolly Holiday. But like that's my first memory is going in there with my friends, and we all took our photos and got our passes, and I don't know, it felt like a very special thing, and that's why again, in Tokyo they got rid of the annual passes now, and who knows if they're going to come back, but they were still doing that in the end. They still weren't putting them on the card, but they still had this little photo booth you'd go into, and it was it sort of a flashback to that time.
We could put that with like Disney dollars as the little things you hold in your hand that you miss, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Disney.
I mean, that's the same reason why, like, the Harmonious soundtrack CD sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's something you can hold in your hand. People don't like the music. Like, I bought one at Epcot a couple weeks ago.
People like the memory of buying music at the park. I think that's what it is. I think we're a generation that remember, like always, whether it was the cassette or the CD or whatever it was, like whenever the new ones came out, like everyone just run, be like, this is the one thing I have to leave with this trip. Yeah.
First time I went to Paris, I bought every CD they had.
Yeah.
Just because that was my first trip.
I remember your face when we took you to Tokyo for the first time.
Yeah.
And you saw that literally every piece of entertainment ever had a CD, and it's this whole wall, and you're like, oh my God.
What am I going to do? Yeah.
Oh, man. And they're all overpriced, though.
They are.
So it's two songs, and it's $30. It's like, oh my God.
Yep. That was super disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought the Harmonia CD, and the guy's like, man, these things are flying off the shelves. I'm like, yeah? And he's like, well, it's not because people like the show. They just want to buy a CD.
It is cool. In Japan, they sold out in Japan.
Yeah, which is
The
absurd.
country sold out of them. A CD of a Disney Parks nighttime show from another country sold out there.
I mean, to be honest, if you put like a CD of a Tokyo Dreamlights on sale here, it'd probably sell out.
Maybe. I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see if that would happen. Yeah, I don't know.
So what's on your list?
So we talked about like the swizzle sticks already. Coconut Dole Whip. I think the coconut Dole Whip is a million times better than the citrus swirl and the regular Dole Whip. And I don't think, and every time I bring people there, they're like, oh, this is amazing. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. Isn't it better? And I just consistently feel like no one talks about the coconut Dole Whip, even though it's amazing and should be as praised as both the citrus swirl and the Dole Whip.
I also think the orange cream swirl gets no love. The stepbrother of the citrus swirl.
Yeah, and I like that one better than the regular citrus swirl. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we were at Epcot. So when Caitlin and I went to California over Labor Day, we were in Disneyland for the last day of the watermelon Dole Whip at Tropical Hideaway.
Yeah.
And so we got it, and it was really good. And then we come here, and we're in Epcot the other day, and we walk past Refreshment Outpost, and they have the watermelon Dole Whip. And Caitlin's like, what the heck? They have watermelon Dole Whip here. And we got one, and it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's.
I mean, it
there's
did
a
well
thing.
when I remember we did the review the first day and people cared, but it never, I don't know why it doesn't reach the critical mass that the classics do. I just feel like they should have caught on more than they have.
Yeah.
I think the regular Dole Whip is just so overhyped that people feel
Yeah.
obligated to get it
That's the
to
one
send a selfie to their friends
If
back
you're
home.
only
Like,
going
look
to
what I
get
got.
one,
Yeah.
if you're only going to get one, that's the one you're going to get, and at $12.99, you're only going to get one.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're bad, this standard, but I think at this point there's been so many ones that I think most people have liked better.
Yeah.
That it's surprising that
Yeah.
there's still such hype for the original two. I don't necessarily understand that, but that might just be marketing.
Yeah.
We need a little coconut bird. Just a bird with a big brown
Kakamora.
coconut head. No, but it has to be a bird. It's got to be a bird.
Orange bird with a giant Kakamora meet and greet would be.
They can't be giant.
I know
They're
exactly where you
supposed-
put it, right in
They're
front of.
supposed to be
Never-
like this big. They're
Yeah.
small.
So is Figment.
I mean, I'm pretty sure orange bird's not supposed to be like 5'4".
How do we know? He's not a regular bird. He's an orange bird. We don't know his actual height.
All of our characters are essentially of gigantic proportions, though, right? A duck is not the size of Donald Duck.
A boo next to Aladdin, and they're almost the same height. Yeah.
And yet, Figment, a dragon, was just a tiny little puppet.
He's a tiny dragon. That's the size he was in the ride, though, too.
Yes.
He was consistent until Figzilla arrived.
Nah.
All consistency was my favorite Figzilla story. We were there the first day of the meet and greet. And I hand him the autograph book, and he starts to sign the autograph book, and he writes F.I. The character attendant comes over and goes, "Oh, he doesn't sign.
What?
We have stickers." He proceeds to put the sticker on the page. So I have F.I. and a sticker.
Oh.
The character that doesn't sign started to sign and then stopped. And it was the weirdest thing where
Semper Fi, Tom.
clearly Figment was taught to sign his autograph, but then miraculously was told, no, he doesn't sign. Okay. Anyway. That's a thing people
So if
probably don't care about.
So if somebody has a full Figment autograph, it's probably pretty rare.
Probably.
Yeah.
He used
It's
to
a little
sign-
hard to verify the
Dreamfinder
authenticity.
would sign for him originally, though. Variety of characters you can meet. I remember, because that was kind of before pins, that's what we did, was just go around and get character autographs. So came here all the time. I don't think we knew what else to do. So we needed to find things to do. And so we liked going to see the characters. And it was kind of a challenge to see how many different characters could you meet in the trip. Remember, we used to do like 130, 140, 150. That is different characters, not...
Whoa.
Yeah, oh yeah, you used to be able to do that. And we're talking like post 9/11. We're talking about when things were tight at Disney World, when there was not money flowing. They were still putting out 100 and something characters. In the course of a week, if you went to all 4 parks, you could meet that many different characters. I don't think you could break like 40 now.
No.
Yeah.
Like it's all the same characters over and over.
Yep.
There's very little variety. There's no surprise anymore. And even in that era, everyone had a queue still, right? Like they were, by that point, everyone had a little line, whether they didn't have an indoor spot necessarily, but they at least had lines by then. But still, you could meet like, I remember like outside of Toontown by the sign, you just randomly be like Governor Radcliffe and the Sheriff of Nottingham. And like just weird, and no one would know who half of them were, which is also fun when people would say the wrong names. My favorite was Prince John. People would say, "Thanks, Lion King." It's Prince John, it's a lion with a crown and
Wow.
yeah, it's the Lion King.
Yeah.
One time people called Thumper was Snuggle Bunny. Thanks, Snuggle Bunny. And I just was like, what? Who? Or Governor Radcliffe, one time people just ran up and went, "Oh, it's that guy."
Nah.
Do you want to meet that guy?
That
The kid's
guy.
like, "Yeah, sure."
That guy from that thing.
It's just that, he's just that guy. There were some other ridiculous ones I'm trying to remember.
You know, along those same lines, just random spur of the moment character interactions
Yeah.
are something I miss.
Yeah.
Like, there was one, I think we were at the Halloween party. And so this was like back in Fantasyland, and it wasn't very crowded, and there was a character walking, and like kids would run up, and the character would stop and smile and take a picture with the kid. There wasn't a photo pass or anything. It was just the kid and the parents. And then the character would walk like 10 more steps, and another kid would run up and get a picture. Yeah. And it was, I said to my kids, I'm like, this is how it used to be. Yeah. You know, 20 years ago. There weren't lines for characters. This is what you did. The characters just walked around randomly, and you came across them and you got a picture.
We do that. There's a little bit of it, right? So at the Halloween party, the country bears are out, and it kind of happens for them where they get stopped every 10 feet, but there's not like a line forming, which is great. I don't know that you can do it with other characters anymore because people just got so crazy about it.
Well, that's why I think if you do it with obscure characters, less people care.
Yeah, I mean, if like Ben from Treasure Planet walked out, I don't know. I don't know how many people. But maybe we're wrong, right? Because I remember I waited an hour and a half to be the first person in line for Milo and Kita at that Disneyland event. Yeah. And the line behind me was hours long, and I was glad we like spent the hour and a half before the event started to be the first in line to meet them. And I mean, it's not a beloved movie.
I mean, Villains Unleashed was exactly that. Villains Unleashed was everybody went to meet Constantine. Yeah. And waited.
Oogie Boogie people waited hours.
Yeah.
Because that was his first time out. Yeah. But people waited for the nonsense ones that rotated, right? Like Governor Radcliffe and all of them. I think people were waiting an hour just for those people.
I waited in a line that was probably 20, 25 minutes for Bowler Hat Guy. Yeah. But only because that was the shortest line of any character for the entire
That's still 25 minutes for Bowler Hat Guy.
Yeah.
Like, I love Bowler Hat Guy, but it's still Bowler Hat Guy. Yeah. You know? Yeah, so just variety of characters. I think that's sad that, especially in the age of Disney Plus and Netflix and all of that, where kids have more access to the movies, and so it's not so much a big deal that movies are older. People watch them anyway. They're accessible to people, right? More so than they were. I mean, we were the VHS era, but you only got your hands on them when they came out of the vault.
Yeah.
Now everything's available all the time.
Yep.
So these characters are maybe more relevant now than they were when I was that age.
I mean, they may not be more relevant, but they're more well known.
I think it makes them more relevant. I think people are more likely to I mean, well-known and relevant are not two very different things.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I also have the Oasis at Animal Kingdom. I would like them to figure out what they're doing up there because obviously Rebecca passed away, and now there's really nothing interesting up there anymore. It's just ducks. And I'm like, well, this is an animal enclosure. Do you plan on putting any animals in it? You know, like, not to be that guy. Like, I love the spoonbills, but they're probably not, you know, worth one whole enclosure. And the other thing, I can't believe, I don't know, do you have more?
I mean, I thought it would be another
one that I thought would be on yours.
That I care passionately about, but I didn't know other people did until recently, and that's the Lime parking garage.
Oh, that fountain is amazing.
Yeah, I love the Lime parking garage. I didn't know there was people that were so passionate and cared about the different parking garages.
Yeah.
I'm still not fully sure which is which.
Yeah, whatever.
I hate both of them.
I still don't understand why people like orange.
Actually, I hate all three.
But
I was in the grapefruit garage for the
sorry.
first time ever.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't even know how you get in there.
How do you get? I don't know either. Where do you get into it? I don't know.
You have to go apply for a job. That's where you park to go to casting.
Why were you going to Jason, I hate to break this to you. You can't work at Disney.
I mean, I could try. But I used to rant about the orange and the lime garages and how stupidly they were set up.
Yeah.
The grapefruit's worse.
Yeah.
Like you drive in and you drive in this little narrow lane the whole length of the garage to get to the other end.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's how I feel about orange
digression.
if you don't enter, or actually I feel about both of them. Lime is actually just too condensed, so I just feel like you just go in circles for hours going in and out. But Orange, if you enter on the first floor, I always feel that way. But I never do. I always come in from the third floor one.
Third floor.
Yeah, which is great.
Yep.
I have Trails End on here.
Oh, yeah.
Because we still don't have the buffet. Like, the chili's gone still. Like, and
You can get the fried
everything
chicken, but
else,
they
it
scowl
feels
at
like
you.
everything else has come back, right? Victoria and Albert's is back. Monsieur Paul is back with actual French chefs and servers. We can't have fried chicken on a buffet? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
No
What
fried
is
chicken,
happening
no
at Trails
trams.
End?
I wonder why.
You can't get your tram back.
Trams.
You can't get
Oh,
your
and
fried
still
chicken.
parking trams, I know. Fantasmic is going to be back, but no chicken buffet or trams.
Well, but see, we can't talk about trams in this segment because I know there's people that care about the trams.
Yeah.
Generally, there are old people that don't like to walk, but there are definitely people that care about the trams.
It is weird at this point that they're still. I have to believe it's like just they have to fix them. I think they're putting off fixing them. I think a bunch of them don't start.
Forever to fix them.
I think they just don't want to spend the money. I think they're just dragging their feet. It's like, well, we can get away with it, right? Like, yeah, sure, people are still
that's
showing
the
up.
problem.
Just don't
Yeah.
do it.
That's the problem.
I don't understand, especially at Epcot, why they don't just have like covered moving sidewalks like Universal does in the
You'd
garages.
think that would be like a real.
No, but
Epcot
you don't
thing
have to hire
have.
anyone. You don't have to pay someone
The
to drive a tram.
maintenance.
You know, you just
Ask Disneyland Paris about
Yeah.
about keeping those running. It's been a
Outdoors.
joke for decades.
Yeah.
They've never worked, and they're replacing them again now. Yeah, Disneyland Paris from the parking lot to the yeah. If you park at Disneyland Paris, and it's a reoccurring joke, all the fans will photograph them broken every time they go. But now there's walls around them, and they're finally fixing them. We're going to see how long they work for. But the ones at Universal are broken all the time, too. Last night, one of them was off.
I think Universal just turns them off all the time.
Yeah, but like the first
Like,
one
I've
was
never been to
off, and then
Universal
the
when
next
all of
one
them
was
are on,
on.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that that's the solution. I don't know.
It's not.
I don't like parking
Way
trams
people
either, but
mover's the solution.
I don't know.
I wouldn't hate that.
What else people got? We got more? We good?
I'm sure we could go all night with these.
There might be some in the super chat, so let's start looking at the super chat, shall we? I know I caught Jay completely off guard. Chuck with the blank super chat. All right. Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Andrew Freehand, it was very sweet and also very kind of Tom to take Nick to Territory Lounge on his first day off house arrest. Wow.
Thanks, Andrew.
WD Mickey, for more reviews with Nick and Tom, please. It has been requested. Nick, have you read the comments on the video?
A couple of them,
Yeah, they're very positive.
yeah. Let's do it.
Who do you play in Smash Brothers, Tom? I think I played that. I bought it when it came out, and I played it for like 10 minutes, and I never played it again. I don't even remember who I played as. I'm trying to remember. Nick, name the character.
Toon Link. No. Samus.
No. There's too many of them. We'll be here all night. I don't remember. I might have picked Pikachu. That's fair. I do like Pokemon. Might have. Star Fox in it?
Yeah.
I probably was Star Fox. No, Banjo-Kazooie, get out of here. It's from before you were born. All right, what's the next? The next one. Step into the magic. With Disneyland raising prices this week, I'd much rather take my money here. $180 for a one-day, one park is not very kind nor very sweet. Sure isn't. This super chat intentionally left blank. Chuck, it's not actually blank. No football updates. Reporting from a haunted hotel in Louisville this weekend.
Ooh.
Probably for the best since it's Washington versus my pathetic Bears. Said Sam.
Yeah,
Ford.
that is a bad game.
There's no Thursday night football tonight? Or is
No, it's Washington
no, there is.
versus
Washington
the Bears.
Oh, it
Bears.
is. Okay.
No one wants to watch
And
that.
people have been joking that the Thursday games have all been bad. Are they all?
Yeah, yeah.
No, like the first couple were really, really good.
Were they?
Yeah, and then it's been kind of a trash fest.
Yeah. Oh, Christine with the blank super chat. Thank you, Christine. Miko for life. Tom, we made the pumpkin bread this oh boy. They got the update.
Yes.
We made the pumpkin bread this week, and it was amazing. I couldn't be happier with the Epcot Food and Wine chip measuring cups. Do we have the QR code for the affiliate? We have the affiliate link for this? They helped to make a great tasting recipe. Now, if only Tony's knew about their existence. I want pumpkin bread. Happy birthday, Nick. Also, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch.
$7. Seven.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7.
Happy birthday, Nick. Also this week on Nintendo Switch. Another $7. Damn, Jason. What is that even in reference? I don't know what it's in reference to.
I don't know.
Super chat again so we know what.
It's probably about him vomiting on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Maybe. Although I do say that probably at least once a day. This whole show is pretty nutty every week. That was when I was eating cake, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's becoming Disney food blog tonight, but Tom has actually eaten the toast and cake, said I am the walrus 23. Going to Disney World this Sunday for the first time ever. Wow. You guys have kept me sane during my year-long wait since booking. Love you all, WDWNT, Tom and Nick. You are the best. Lori, that's awesome. Woo-hoo. Hope you enjoy your first trip.
Hope you're coming next Thursday night for News Tonight.
Let her enjoy her first trip.
Oh, no.
You need to ruin it with this crap. What is Tommy Lips wrote? What's your favorite place to take a dump on property? I like to look for offices labeled Chapek right on the desk. Mine is the second stall to the left in the Walmart in Kissimmee. In fairness, the imagination bathrooms. Now that they've knocked out my electric umbrella restrooms, yeah. Step into the magic. You're saying you went up the ramp on the People Mover and no one else was there when there are Disneyland people in the chat.
Ouch.
Wow. I don't think there was ever a line at Disneyland. I don't think that was really a thing. Elon said, love the stream, everyone. Nick, you rock.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nick is spot about the MLB pennants from 1996. Hashtag HBD. Oh. Andy Superworld, did we ever find out who won the Person of the Century survey at Epcot?
No.
I don't think we did. I think it's still a mystery. Miss the fresh chips at Brown Derby Lounge. I forgot about that. Yeah, all I know is I've saved that bread 3 times now. Those dinner rolls at Brown Derby. They tried to get rid of them. We saved them when they were going to get rid of bread everywhere. When Coral Reef slipped up and did it first and then told us about it. And then we posted it and then everyone suddenly had bread back. And then again, they went away and they did the pretzel bread and then I complained on the website and they brought it back again. God, I think at least 3 times we've saved the Brown Derby roll. Say Division. It was originally about Jason vomiting, but then he brought up the wall carpets, and that hit me in the feels.
Yep.
There we go. No one had things they missed. Although no, actually there was that Brown Derby chip one.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Another thing that I really deeply care about that I didn't know other people did was This Week in Nintendo Switch. I had no idea that you guys loved that too.
I've heard rumors that there may be one tonight.
No.
That would be amazing.
His face. The face he made. There may be one. There may be one.
Are you aware of the human interest story generated from this studio last week?
The cat?
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't here, yeah.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
But
They
lived
rescued the
through it.
cat. The cat has now had surgery, is very happy, has a home, and is recovering comfortably at home.
I don't think
wonderful
they
is that?
sent. If you guys drop the pictures of the cat in, Discord, Jake can probably grab them from there. We can share a cat picture.
Cat
at
has
some
been
point
saved.
later in the show.
Our audience members saved a cat's life. I think it's beautiful.
Does the cat have a
And
name?
they named
What's the cat's name?
The cat is named Jaws, obviously because it was found outside of this office, and also because it had some jaw issues. Yeah, yeah. I love that the cat's name is Jaws. That's great. Brings me much joy.
Wow.
You have to bring him back at some point. We have to see him. Cool. But yeah. there anything else we want to talk about, or we want to move this show along?
Move
No,
it
we're
along.
good.
Let's just do pictures of
wanna
Jaws.
draw
the rest
Just
of the night.
pictures of cats the rest of the night. We don't have cat pictures, but I do have later tonight pictures of bad Orlando Billboards for you. And of course, also, we're still going to play the first ever edition of PARKTIONARY. All that and more when we come back tonight.
At the new creation shop at Epcot. God, those mannequins are creepy.
Hey, Lauren. Who's that across the street?
The mannequins, they've left the store.
How do we stop them? With one little spark. They're in the storage closet. No! They're moving!
I'll be waiting for you.
From WDWNT TV, this is Park Center. Join us each week for news and discussion topics from the Disney and Universal theme parks around the world. We cover the stories in a quick, concise, and fun format, and then our panel breaks down and debates some of the biggest issues and what they mean for us, the parks fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we'll cover it all in 90 minutes. Join us live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at WDWNT TV, or watch episodes on demand anytime. You can also subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to News Tonight. Let's see what's happening this week on Broadway. No, it's not Nintendo Switch yet.
We gotta save it. If we show it too
Broadway.
early, everybody will leave.
Is Jake there? Is that not? That's what it says here. This week on Broadway opening, Bad Cinderella. The live action. Oh, it's gone. It's there. Oh, it's back. My monitor's having fun. There you go. You know, Nick.
What's up, Tom?
Driving around Orlando, you'll see a lot of billboards. We live in a tourist area, obviously, and so there's a lot of billboards. Sometimes they're not great.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they're a little rough, and so every couple weeks as we go around and collect pictures of all these billboards around town, we then like to share some of the ones that are they're not all that good.
Yeah.
In fact, they're bad Orlando billboards. Yes. So we've put them together in a segment called Bad Orlando Billboards. We're going to take a look.
Good name for the segment.
Yes, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at those billboards now. Epcot, coming 2024. Coming soon to Magic Kingdom.
This guy.
Oh, boy. Next one. Disney Enchantment. Please clap. No. Someone just said no. Epcot Forever. Relive the lesser of two evils. Come celebrate 100 years of wondering when Tron will be done. I know we're not having new fireworks or new World of Color, but come Come wonder when this dirt patch will be a place you can walk. Disney Springs, you won't believe what product we now put the Haunted Mansion wallpaper on. What could it be now? The Stitch. People are talking about the Stitch covering it. Yeah. For sale, gently used large kites. Call 407 WDWNT. That number, man, that gets a lot of use. Also for sale, gently used portal device. If you're in the market for a gently used portal device, give them a call. Orlando International Airport, building new terminals faster than Disney builds water play areas. IKEA, shop the Connections Cafe collection. Get the chairs, the table, get all of it. You could build your own. Disney, RIPs are so good, even Universal has them. Could have The Simpsons on there too, for that matter. Yeah. Walt Disney World, double the price, half the fun. Woo! Yeah, that's it. Those are all the ones those are the bad Orlando Billboards.
Those are bad.
Yeah, they were not good. Let's see. Speaking of things that aren't good, let's see what's coming up on the show. Of course, tickets available for all these episodes at WDWNewsTonight.com. Next week, we have Benny the Cab's, what is the name?
Bumper Stumpers.
Bumper Stumpers. Benny the Cab's Bumper Stumpers, another new game. The Wheel of IPs is also back next week as well. And then on October 27th, it is our annual tradition, the WDW News Tonight Fairly Scary Halloween Party. It's going to be a very special show, complete with a treat trail, a costume contest, both for those of you at home and those of you who come to the show in person, and the first ever full edition of The Price is Right.
Yes.
It's going to be a packed show. All that and more coming up the next few weeks on News Tonight. Nick, who brings us the show every week?
News Tonight is brought to you by The Vacationaire, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. Best part is their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationaire, the official travel agency of WDWNT.
Thank you, Nick. You got comments?
I do.
All right, let's do it. So everyone all right back there?
Yeah.
Is that a sneeze? Sabrina sneezed and made like a. Roll the. The intro's not working. Cool, Nick. Start reading comments.
All right. We might not even have graphics for this one. I don't even know.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
All right. First story, Walt Disney World Hotel bell services now able to hold alcohol. Jonathan wrote in, good for them. Practice makes perfect. Glad they can hold their alcohol now. Yeah. Okay. Pass holder line is back at the Magic Kingdom this morning. At Real Lucas McCain wrote, is it the same pass holder line that everybody gets in, no matter if they have an AP or not, and it just becomes another long line? Yeah, maybe. Benjamin wrote in, I will still find myself behind the person who seemingly has never pinged in before in their life and can't figure out the rocket science that goes into it, and my wife will have chosen a faster line and be smugly waiting for me on the other side.
The pass holder, I never get in the pass holder line. It's always, and you're like, how are you a pass holder? Shouldn't you have more experience than the people on the other side of this line?
I would think so.
Understand.
At Freshest of Legs wrote in, that's because the majority of pass holders have flip phones and technology makes them dizzy. Still, I get in this line every time knowing full well what lies ahead. I didn't pay all this money to have shorter waits. I did it to feel superior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting dizzy on my phone.
Yep. Dizzy with your flip phone.
That's me with my flip phone.
Yeah. Price increase, the most food and beverages across Walt Disney World.
No.
B to the G wrote, that chick was already giving us fat people smaller portions. Now you're going to raise the price too?
That chick, Christine McCarthy, that chick.
Yes.
Not you, Wazowski, that chick.
That chick. Variable pricing introduced for Disney Genie Plus at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
At Jamie Lee 1913, remember when we complained about logging in at 7 a.m., 60 or 30 days out, scheduling fast passes? What a time.
Yeah, people did.
Right? Yeah.
Everyone wants to say, oh, I miss FastPass Plus. People did nothing but complain about that system, which I never did because you were always able to refresh enough and get what you wanted anyway, even if you didn't have the resort guest advantage.
Yep.
People didn't know how good they had it, man.
It was good. Next story, cast members will receive both theme park admission and Disney Plus bundle in 2023.
No.
Lee wrote in, that's like Clark expecting his Christmas bonus, then getting a membership at the Jelly of the Month Club. Love it. Love it.
I don't know, after that She-Hulk finale, I might rather have the Jelly of the Month. I don't know. Oh.
Show was bad.
Huh?
That show was bad.
I loved it until the finale. It was my favorite Disney Plus series until the finale. And I don't mind the fourth wall break thing. That was fine. I thought that was funny and clever. I just felt like they skipped the real ending. And I felt like I was like, but you didn't end the show. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed.
I thought it was pretty boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked that it was different. Did you watch Werewolf by Night yet?
No.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I don't love anything.
You like an Andor?
So far, all right. More than I thought I was going to like. I was the least interested human being.
I'm sure you were. You hate Rogue One.
I hate Rogue One very much.
It's
been all right so far.
I like it a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one last one. WDWNT tweeted, I guess there was a discussion about Josh tomorrow.
This was me.
Yeah. You tweeted, when an executive is doing good or bad, you'll inevitably hear it from people in the company. If everyone is signing off on the person, they're probably a good person. At Chargers, Aaron wrote in, Josh is just attractive enough to make it to the final round of interviews to be a VIP tour guide, but gets turned down in favor of Brittany, a former Dairy Festival queen who grew up playing Animal Crossings, but now likes to play at Flamingo Crossings.
It's the world of psychotic comments, not sensible.
That was just psychotic. I don't know.
Can we talk about, like, people said that, people only like Josh because he's attractive.
Right.
I want everyone to know this. I am a straight white man, and so I have no attraction to men. Mm-hmm. So there's no effect of Josh's good looks on me. I do not care what the person looks like. So it may affect other people's thoughts. I can't speak for other people. I like Josh because everyone I've ever spoken to, we're not talking about just frontline people who he said hello to, which he has, which his predecessor did not. We're talking about people in higher places, always have very good things to say. And when that's happening, that is the opposite of the Chapek experience, right? Like, WDWNT was not immediately at odds with him.
Well, I mean, and he's also generally considered a very attractive man, too. And you don't like him.
Oh, Bob?
Yeah. Right? Isn't he?
If you're into those,
that was a consensus.
If you're into like Lex Luthor, yeah, I mean, sure. No, I mean, we're not even talking about appearances. My first impressions of Bob Chapek were stories from people in meetings. I didn't know anything about the guy. All I know was Tom Staggs was gone and this guy came in. Mm-hmm. I had no opinions about him until I started to hear stories of, like, he asked if we could replace Test Track with Cars characters, or he thought the minivan service should be called Thumper, or things like that. Or just other people are just like, oh, he's just not very nice to us. Like, he comes into a room, he's just all business. Like, no one really, like, he's kind of mean and blah, blah, blah. And those are the things that we heard. And then, like, they started charging for parking, and they're adding all these dessert parties, and they're adding this thing, and that formed the opinion, which then eventually led us to actually being at odds with him. And I had no problem with him as a human being until that point. But again, the same way my opinion of Josh has been formed, which is not by me just deciding I'm going to like or dislike people, but actually by hearing from people in all different departments in the company who are like, yeah, no, we've interacted with him. He's very nice. He's always good to us. He loves to hear ideas. He seems to really care. That forms the opinion. I'm not, we're not like, failed journalists on Twitter who feel the need to make hot takes for attention. That's not the purpose of WDWNT. The purpose is to tell you what's actually going on, So just want to say that, because I know all these people who never said a word over the last however many years we've dealt with Chapek, whether he's Parks Resorts or CEO, these people sat there quietly. Now suddenly these people have opinions about a guy who they have no knowledge of. You can't just come into the conversation halfway. I'm sorry. We're not going to do this. So until, when we're throwing harmonious barges away and we're getting rid of enchantment and all these little things we've asked for so far, Figment's coming back as a meet and greet. I don't know. I'm going to be pro this guy for now. Things can certainly change. And I know we're not happy about price increases. I'm not either, but price increases happened under Tom Staggs. They happened under Michael Eisner. They happened under everybody. So I can't speak for that one. I know paid Fast Pass, I know for a fact, was supposed to debut in the spring or summer of 2020. It was going to debut in Galaxy's Edge. The guy who was at the head of that is Bob Chapek, as head of Parks and Resorts. If you want to point fingers at the start of Genie and Genie Plus and all of that, it still goes back to him. Just because the guy after him still is offering the service, they do what they can do. That's my point of view on it.
I'm sorry, did you say something? I was just picturing Josh tomorrow walking through the parks. Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, boy. Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back this week on Nintendo Switch, when we come... No, there's other stuff!
As we at Disney try to force you to buy Munchlings, we are retiring our ever-popular Wishables plush. But that doesn't mean we can't have one more amazing series. That's right, the Farewell Collection, the Disney Park Guest Series, will be available soon, including some of our most famous and infamous tourists. There's the Midwest mom screaming at someone, the dad from Denver trying to figure out our app, a 7-year-old kid being snuck in via a stroller, the annoying vlogger, but also look for that very kind, very sweet vlogger variant. And of course, not in a blind bag, because we know so many of you are going to want it, is the woman who grabbed the cucumber on Living with the Land. So don't miss the last ever collection of Wishables, because we need you to buy these ugly ass Munchlings.
Do you like Wishables? Do you hate squeezing bags of plush in front of children and your peers? Are you running out of money and own 476 Jessies from the Toy Story Mania collection? Well, it's time for your wish to come true with Wishables X-Ray Goggles. Wishables X-Ray Goggles can see through the blind bags of these popular collectibles so you know what's inside. Stop making a scene crinkling loud bags in the middle of a store during a global crisis and shop with confidence using these sleek and stylish X-Ray goggles. The Wishables X-Ray Goggles can be assembled by collecting 4 pieces randomly packaged in blind bags. Collect them all, and then you build specs. Want to know which X-Ray goggle pieces are in each bag? Well, then you'll need the Wishables X-Ray Goggles X-Ray Goggles. For only $500, you'll know that you're buying all 4 of the pieces you need to see through each and every Wishables blind bag. You'll save thousands of dollars and your pride. Wishables X-Ray Goggles and Wishables X-Ray Goggles X-Ray Goggles are now available wherever Wishables are sold. Get yours today.
Need to convert a building in a hurry? Call Pipes, Satellites, and Netting for your next quick venue conversion. We specialize in turning highly themed environments quickly and haphazardly into something else. Tower of Terror? With pipes and satellite dishes, you're now in space! We think? Are we? Whatever, I don't know. Rainforest Cafe? With some netting, resistance poster tubes, and satellite dishes, it's a jungle resistance base on the planet Landry's. Wave hello to Cha-Cha Bings for us. It's tough to be a bug? Not anymore. With fake bricks, the exterior paneling of a Circuit City, and if you were thinking satellite dishes, well, we offer antennas too, for a change of pace. Perhaps you need to turn a mountain in the Himalayas into a cartoon dragon's lair. We can do that too! We also produce static Velociraptor figures if you don't believe in animatronics. Hire pipes, satellites, and netting for the next project you can't complete because you have no creative people left in your organization. Pipes, satellites, and netting.
With no Magical Express and resort hotel rates still on the rise, where are you going to stay during your next Walt Disney World vacation? At a value resort like a trash person? Instead, take Orlando's premier airport transportation service, Nick's Maxi Van, to the all-new Nick Hotel. The Nick Hotel, the only hotel in Orlando, still planned to open on October 1st, 2021. The Nick Hotel is conveniently located at the site of the former Nickelodeon Hotel on 536, just steps away from the Walt Disney World Resort. But please don't walk along 536. Our rooms are well appointed and are anything but plain and white. Our mattresses, which we definitely replaced from the previous owners, has fanciful van-shaped pillows and sheets themed with tire marks. We even had themed bed runners, unlike Disney. In fact, every room has a different one. That's because they are, in fact, the old bed runners from Disney hotel rooms. Of course, Nick will personally put a candy on your pillow each night, or however often you would like, actually. Our recreation area includes several wave pools and a kids' water play area themed to a sunken ship called the Kink Boat. Kids can turn and twist all sorts of knobs and pipes and see what liquids come out. There's also fun games where you can get slimed. Our slime isn't only green, it's all sorts of colors depending on what was served at the buffet the night before. In the lobby, enjoy performances from the Nick Hotel Society Orchestra, alternating with DJ Pete Carney throughout the day. At night, enjoy a movie under the stars, projected on a screen we ripped out of the still-closed Celebration AMC Theater. No one is ever going to pay that rent anyway. On alternating nights, guests can enjoy screenings of either We're Back or That Thing You Do, weather permitting. So stay and play at the luxurious Nick Hotel, a place to sleep. To book your stay, as well as Nick's Maxi Van service transportation, just call 407-WDW now, or online at geocities.com/NickMaxiVan 257-100-121. Nick is waiting for you.
Come spend the night at my place.
Welcome back to News Tonight. You know you've all been waiting for this moment, everyone. It's time to find out what's coming out this week on Nintendo Switch. Yeah! Pac-Man. Oh, man. So stupid. This is the dumbest show.
Sure is. It's about to get dumber.
Oh, it sure is, but there's super chats first.
Let's do it.
Let's see the super chats. Let's see what we got. Lori wrote nothing. Thank you, Lori. That's great. Fifth Rider, thanks, Eric. That's all I wanted to know about how the cat is doing. Too bad he wasn't kept as the official office cat. Aww. I think we have pictures, Jake. We have pictures of the cat. Do we? Oh, there's. Oh my goodness. Little jaws. Oh.
God, that thing looks evil.
It was very, very cute. I think he's up in the
Rotunda.
Rotunda, whatever. Whatever it is.
They're
Andrew, does Tom hate Rogue One because it's decanonized Kyle Katarn and the Dark Forces Jedi Knight games, or because it's a bad movie? Who? Do you know?
Doesn't he have a legacy saber now?
Do you know? You like?
It's like it's an expanded universe back in the 90s.
Oh, I don't know.
It's relevant enough for a $20 super chat. So.
When I was a kid, the only expanded universe was Shadows of the Empire. That was it. It was a video game. Is that all of them, Jake? That's all of them. Okay, do whatever you're doing.
we got an intro. Look at that. Those are my drawings. Thank you. Hey, welcome to PARKTIONARY, the game where you can clap, go ahead. The game where our contestants will be drawing some things from around Walt Disney World and seeing if their teammates can guess what they're drawing. All right, so.
Oh boy.
Yes, oh boy. So we have two teams here. We have team one of Brandy, Joe, and Sabrina. And we have team two over here with Katie, Eric, and Jason. All right. All right, they'll be competing against each other here in our first ever edition of PARKTIONARY. So in round one, each person is going to get a chance to draw. We'll alternate a person from each team. You'll draw whatever word here is on the paper. You'll have 15 seconds in this first round.
Oh, dear Lord.
To draw and have your team guess what you're drawing.
That's not a lot.
15 seconds.
Oh, man.
All right?
Good luck. Like
Good luck.
I believe in you.
And at the end of 15 seconds, if your team has not guessed the correct answer, we'll ask you to stop drawing, and the other team will get to answer the question.
You said it's a single word.
Guess.
You said it's a word.
It's a word or some are phrases, but
That's kind of an important part of the rules, I think.
you'll see. Yeah, all right. Well, yes.
It has
could
something
be
to
one
do
or
with the
two
parks.
words. Yes.
Hopefully.
In round one, the theme is food found at Walt Disney World. All right. All right. So we're going to start off. Brandy, why don't you come on up here? You're going to be our first one.
We got this. Okay.
All right.
Where's my best camera orientation?
Yeah.
This side or?
Don't worry about the camera. I don't know. Are you going to?
Okay.
Did we think that out? I don't know. We don't
Don't
think out.
Don't worry about where the camera. You don't want to block us out.
Yeah, right. You don't want to block them out.
You're not gonna hear the people at home shouting things at you.
All right. So here's your word or phrase.
Okay.
There we go. You got that? All right.
Sure.
All right. Your 15 seconds will start when you start drawing.
Okay.
4 letters.
Mickey, balloon, Mickey, ice cream bar.
Mickey Premium.
No.
Mickey Premium Bar.
Ice cream bar, premium bar. I would take either one. Yeah. So you got it.
Ice cream bar. 4 words.
Yeah.
All you're doing is
All
words.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 point
I
for
was
Tom.
fun.
I thought she wrote it in Morse code, and I was going to call cheater.
4 words. Ice cream bar.
All you old veterans out there, what is da 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 da?
You said you erased.
I have Clorox wipes.
Oh.
I can get those.
We didn't think about erasing. You could have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you.
I don't think we need Clorox
No,
wipes.
you just need a.
That's what I used last time.
non-wet wipe.
Do we have one of those?
That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
like a paper towel.
A finger.
Uh,
How
I'll
about a
find
bev
one.
nap?
I got you.
While we're waiting
I
for-
was given Clorox
Jason, why don't you come up? You could be our first drawer.
With your hand.
No.
Just wipe it
No.
off.
You do it with your hand.
Well, fine. I'll do it with my hand.
Wait, now.
Nick.
We're out here looking for chemicals.
Stop moving the board. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
You okay?
Thank you.
A little intimidation.
Great.
I got jeans on. We're fine.
All right, Katie.
We have rehearsals.
That's good enough.
Whatever.
All right. Ready for your first
ready.
one? All right.
Got it.
All right.
Do I start now or when the
Go
time
for it.
Churro.
Bam!
Yeah.
I didn't want you to draw anything else.
Nice job.
It's an electric
Does that work
toothbrush.
better than this?
Oh no.
Oh no, an eraser.
This is the worst whiteboard.
Yeah, it is.
This is the dumbest whiteboard.
Joe, come on up.
Whoa.
It's 1-1. Joe. All right. Okay.
Popcorn. No. Turkey leg.
All right.
Told you, it's very
2
competitive.
for 2.
Very competitive.
Turkey
leg.
And obviously.
Again, I'm glad that's not with the churro.
Let me get that out of there. All right, Eric.
Go, Eric.
Here is yours.
Start the bone.
TV.
4-leaf clover.
Kitchen sink.
Got it.
That.
2 for 2.
Good job, Eric.
It's a little dicey.
All right. So
I believe in you.
turn.
Oh
Let me
boy.
get rid of this for you. All right, grab your marker.
Oh, I'm much a better guesser than drawer. Okay.
What that?
Oh dear Lord. Okay. All right, we got this.
You got it.
Are you fine? You can see me on this side?
We can see you.
All right.
Mouse tool.
Go it.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guys, that's a spring.
Spring roll.
Soft serve.
That's why I have spring roll card.
Go do it, Katie.
This isn't DQ.
This board's gonna be a mess.
You can't flip it
I'll
upside down.
clean it. It's
Come on,
fine.
Katie.
Dip it in
Grab the
chocolate.
marker. All right. Got perfect scores going on so far.
I swear to God,
Okay.
if it gets
All
a
right.
doozy, I'm going to be pissed.
Soda. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. All right. See, all you need was that 15 seconds. You didn't even need the full time, Eric.
Yeah.
I know how your games go, and we're just dipping our toe into this.
Sure. Yeah, you are.
Oh no. Wait. Nick.
Affirmation of yep.
Mickey's
All right.
PhilharMagic is next. And
After round 1, we have 3 points for team 1, 3 points for team 2. We're all tied up. Everybody has a perfect score at this point. We are going to go to round 2 now. Yeah, come on up. And basically, same premise. These might be a little bit harder. We're giving you 30 seconds, a 30-second timer here in round 2.
Okay.
Same premise as far as drawing one at a time. If you don't get it within the 30 seconds, the other team can guess. These are all attractions at Walt Disney World that are considered thrill rides.
Okay.
At Walt Disney
Considered.
World. Well, I went by Disney's official
E-ticket.
People mover.
definition of thrill rides. All right.
People
Disney
Mover
World.
has
Disney World.
maximum.
Okay.
All at
thrill.
Disney World.
Okay.
All thrill rides.
All right.
All right. Ready for your first one?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay.
no, I don't think we're going
Dumbo.
to. No, we're not participating.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
That's almost
Go draw.
as good as the churro.
She said Space Mountain before there was actually a triangle. So,
Yeah, the first I was gonna be like moon and stars, and then the second was a mountain.
I told you. I'm
She said it when you saw that there were 2 words, which I'm not sure is even legal.
I don't know.
Your categories are still narrow.
It counts.
It counts,
It
yeah.
counts.
Maybe they are.
We got the point.
The category should be something at Walt Disney World.
Jason was close with
All
People
right.
Mover.
Well, these are all something at Walt Disney
It's a
World.
throw.
Cool,
So
yeah,
not
that'll work now.
fantastic.
It is a thrill ride.
Not a train.
Okay.
All right.
The Diamond Horseshoe.
It's a square.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cosmic Rewind.
That's it.
It's Jason vomiting into a void.
Oh my goodness.
I know what Jason vomiting
That
looks
is
like.
fantastic.
I like how when you drew that, you went, oh,
I'm not sure what the diamond was all about.
The building.
That's the building. Okay.
Building.
You got to speak Epcot. like
what
Jason.
building?
All right. Here's your next one. Okay. Yes.
Are we sure Sabrina's not cheating?
Are you allowed to do the two?
I don't know if the squiggly's legal.
I don't know. I didn't say you couldn't.
This is now illegal.
All right, done.
You both got one with
Actually,
it.
don't we
that's
get a
it.
shot at doing it too to be equal? No.
Well, we haven't used it.
Yeah, we haven't done it. We don't need.
You don't.
We don't need it.
It's fine. That's now.
Our artwork speaks for itself.
Churro. Cosmic Rewind.
There you go, Eric.
Volcano.
Eric throwing up on
Journey into Imagination.
Horizons, not Horizon. Mission Space.
Yes.
Oh.
I can't draw the Mission Space building. I can draw the hell out of the Horizons building.
Oh.
Draw the hell out of the Horizon building.
It was smart to speak Jason.
I never saw Horizon.
Just draw the shape of the Epcot building.
All right, Sabrina.
Okay.
Coming
Yeah, but
up
I-
here.
I think of that as merch, not a
All right,
ride.
here's yours.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Tower of Terror.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a building.
Is it the
Eyes and
Look at
eyelashes.
that. Man, you
It's
guys
Jason.
Are you
Bushman.
sure
the
that's not the
screen.
milk from
My
Kitchen
favorite
Cabaret?
thing about News Tonight is there's no in between. Either the games are so hard that no one has ever gotten anything right, or it's this.
Go get a
All
cake.
right, just wait
Sure.
till round 3.
So it's another tie already.
What is the round 3 category?
He's not
He's
telling us.
gonna tell us,
You better make sure it's not very specific.
All right.
or just don't tell us.
Or don't tell them.
I won't. I'm not going to tell anybody.
This is still a thrill ride. There's not that many left.
Ready?
Sure. Okay.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Draw.
I'm
Draw.
thinking.
Draw.
Okay.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Do, do, do.
Splash Mountain.
Tomorrowland Speedway.
The shape of the building's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think I?
Track.
Yes.
That helped him. That helped him.
I
It's
see
no
the car
fair.
now. I see
You
your
guys
work
were
here.
drawing lines with how many words?
I thought it was
the
a cowboy.
attraction.
I thought you were talking about the man in the hat.
The building is,
I don't know the shape of the building.
the building is a
Thank
circle.
you, Eric.
With a track around it.
Wouldn't the building just roll then?
Yeah. And I.
If it's a circle.
Of the circle.
Hasting away.
No.
Thank you.
No, I did it.
Yep.
So, Darius, I overestimated people's skills. I know I said this one would be 30 seconds. We're going to go back to the 15-second timer
Oh, ouch.
on this last one.
Do you want to flip this over to the clean side?
Sure.
There's a clean side.
Got it?
Go so well.
Oh, it is clean. Wow. Fancy.
I was watching
Here at
the old
WDWNT,
Pictionaries
we're
with
the
Alan Thicke,
fanciest of them all.
and he'd have this the wheel that he'd turn and spin the,
Oh, yeah.
it out of the way. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
You think we have a wheel budget on this show?
I'm pretty sure we do.
We spent it on your cake.
Oh, wheel.
All right, so the last one is I'm going to give you a theme, or else it won't. The words won't necessarily make sense. Things you can find on the Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
we're going back to a
boy.
15-second timer.
Animals?
It's been a while.
There you go.
Oh, plants. I know plants. Cookie.
People.
Wait, it's not our. It's not our round.
Elephant.
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 That is
They're going reverse order, so you go first.
It's a good
Sure,
elephant.
why not?
elephant playing.
First, they switched it up. Do we want to
The elephant hitting a golf ball.
Okay. I like how my
Katie's got it.
first guess was
One
cookie.
leg.
I'm going now.
He only got one leg.
We're switching it up.
He has a wooden leg named Smith.
Might as well.
What's
Jason
the,
didn't feel
the
like
name
getting
of
up,
his
did
other
he?
leg?
No, we're switching it up. We're keeping it fun.
Keeping it fun.
Why? This show's never been fun. Why start now?
Yeah, why
I
start
love
now?
this show. I work here.
Yeah, that's because you get paid.
The one
That was
positive
horrible,
employee.
but okay.
Hippo.
Alligator. Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not a hippo, it's
It's
a
a
rhino.
good rhinoceros. Have we ever had a game where everybody got everything right? This is fantastic.
No, we haven't.
We have
We've
had a
never
game
even
where
played a game
everyone
where everybody
ties.
knew what the hell was going on.
This is the opposite of the match game.
Man, I gotta throw in some wrinkles next time.
Oh, God.
The elephant was the last one.
You found a whiteboard fragment. What?
Backside of water.
Zebra.
Sheep.
What is
You're
it?
so careful about it. You're like, zebra.
The guy drew a dire horse from Pandora.
I thought it was a camel at first.
Now I'm getting nervous. Like
I
I
thought it was
was
a
like
cow.
throwing a perfect
It's
game.
not like us to have a game with a tie.
I was like, what the hell was I gonna draw?
All right, Eric.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Hippo.
Correct.
That's a great
boy.
hippo.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh,
Mickey Mouse put
Do
on
we
some
only
weight.
need 1 foot for every animal?
One leg is all it takes to identify
Who said that was a foot?
Wow.
Poor Mrs.
Eric.
Hippo.
Keep the hippo wholesome.
Poor Mrs. Elephant.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm allowed.
Cheers.
I'm not wearing my watch.
Okay.
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 Water.
Snake.
It's not around, Jason. No.
No.
Thing with legs.
Alligator. Crocodile.
There you go.
Axolotl.
All right,
That's
Jason.
definitely.
Kind of.
This is absolutely a beaver.
He has pointy teeth.
Perry the platypus.
Cross-hatching on his...
He has pointy teeth.
It's a beaver.
I can name something else that bites. Yeah.
Perry the beaver.
Oh, Perry the beaver.
Perry the platypus.
This is hard. This is the most anyone's drawn on this so far.
March Madness.
All right.
This is our budget for
Last
2023.
one.
It's like,
Yeah, Kim Possible is not in the jungle.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, ready?
Ready. Lion.
all right.
How are those ones harder?
They're not, apparently. I didn't think
We need a tie. Do we need a tiebreaker?
we have,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Give
write
us
some new
random
ones.
ones, yeah.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Dude.
No,
Oh, everyone's like, oh, getting involved.
How do you draw Guido's a dog? How do you draw that?
It's like attractions
Dog.
at Tokyo
And all
Disney.
happy.
Well, I'll write on the back of these.
Things at Tokyo Disney Sea that are not in any other Disney.
Where are my pens? My pens are gone. They're over here now. I don't know. Buy time while I figure something out.
Hi, Nick. How's your birthday going?
You could have even said
Good.
things that are found on Safari.
You know, I could
Right?
have done a lot of things that I didn't do.
Have you been to these
Things
parks?
at Disney World.
I should have been more vague, yes.
Lesson learned. It's fine.
Yep, yep.
You could have been like
So-
Wishables.
I could have done a lot of things. Really. there was, so we did a version of Pictionary like one time. I think it was like, what was it? Like, it was on maybe a marathon show or something like
You
that.
had to draw stuff.
And like no one got it, like no
Yeah,
one
that's-
got it. Like,
yeah,
and
'cause you
maybe,
had
I
to
think
draw
because there was no
stuff.
theme. Because there was no theme. The theme narrowed it down too much where you could just shout out. And I didn't think of that. I put all this thought into all these like other games, and this one I'm like, oh, that makes sense to have themes.
Each round could have been a park, and then there's still a theme.
Again,
Yeah.
there's a trillion things I could have done better here.
If you want to draw
I'll help you out next time.
It could have been like, guess who have been ejected from the parks
Your
this year.
category, there's two of them there. Your category is resort hotels.
Oh
Well-
my God.
Resort hotels.
Yeah. See, that I should have gotten this.
He handed
this
it
hard.
to Nick.
Doesn't
showing
matter. Not narrowing it down.
Resort
Nice
hotels.
try.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Oh, it's
Give them the 30 seconds. They're gonna.
Who wants to
I'll
draw?
I'll draw first.
They might need it.
There's only 2
Choose among
questions, so it's
yourselves.
1 for them and 1 for
I'll
us.
do. All right. She's a good guess.
Trust us to guess.
Yeah, you don't want me. You don't want me
I
drawing.
guess Jason's a good guesser.
Okay.
Zebra earlier.
All right. You ready? Let's see. Let's get it out for you.
Hopefully we get Ambassador Hotel.
Draw it.
What the heck?
15
It's not that
seconds on the
complicated. Come on.
30 seconds.
Start the clock.
Go.
Oh my god.
We ain't playing games anymore.
Boardwalk, beach club.
Draw something.
Disney Ambassador Hotel.
Caribbean Beach, Pop Century.
Stuff that's at it.
This isn't.
Come on.
This isn't fair.
If he
Come
doesn't
on,
start
guys.
drawing, I'm not giving it
Oh,
to
there's
you.
nothing? It's reflections.
Well, wait. The timer doesn't start until he starts drawing.
No, we started the timer. You hear it, don't you?
Boardwalk, something near Epcot.
Coronado Springs.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what is that at the bottom?
I don't know.
Gondolas?
I didn't
I probably
think the
got the
time
wrong
started
resort.
until he started drawing.
Oh, here.
They
Well,
gotta
Tom
be-
changed the
They
rules
gotta
on
be
us.
hard at some point.
Coronado Springs.
Hard to draw or hard to
All right, Eric,
guess?
it all
I think the
comes down
board
to you.
moved.
It did a little. We can still see it on camera. We're good.
Ready?
This is the game right here.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Magic Castle.
Grand Floridian?
Grand Floridian.
There you go.
That's it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Why is it when you said it, Eric wasn't?
That's definitely a castle, but
I mean,
It gets the job done. That's the point.
I didn't have color markers to show all the different color lights on there. Wow. Off-white, white,
All right, Team
ivory,
2 wins.
yellow.
Yay!
Yay.
everyone's angry
Time
now.
wasn't supposed to start until he started drawing.
I'll give you another one. Here.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll give them another one. Hold on.
Okay.
Monorail and train.
If you get this one, I'll give you the game.
Oh, no.
You showed me that at first. I was like, got this. And
But
he
that
flipped
just
up a
makes it
Coronado
a
Springs.
tie again. So back to what we were talking about.
Monorail and train. He's like,
Do you want the
If they
redemption?
win, everyone
yeah,
wins,
right
but Tom's gonna give them
If
the
we
game.
win, they don't get any core bucks. We're saving the company.
Oh, I don't have to ship out prize wall
Guys,
orders?
Right.
Me and Joe are on to the core bucks.
the only two that are here can just get him from the.
What are you
Studio.
drawing?
Oh, I was
Giraffe.
just playing. I was
Palm
drawing a
trees.
resort.
Oh, Key West.
See, for Coronado, what I would have
Barrow
done.
Beach.
I would have drawn 3 bridges.
I would have done the pyramid.
Wow, the pyramid, yeah.
Yeah, I would have drawn 3 bridges. That might have been too deep of a cut, though.
No.
I was just drawing Dahlia.
What is that?
What?
The temple.
It's the thing the kid
the
I'm
climbs
not
up
good at drawing
when the
either.
It
parents
kind of
were
looks like
watching.
the contemporary, though.
All I see is
Yeah,
Tom.
but there's
kinda
water
looks
coming
like a
down the
cheese
contemporary. Here, take
It
that.
looks a lot like a cheese grater, Brandy.
It does.
There you go. I'll erase. Go on. Good.
Who wants to draw
So they're
this?
giving them
Have
a
me
different.
try it again?
Yeah.
I'm giving them one more chance.
But you actually
Why
have
it gotta be me?
to draw something.
This is worth double.
Resort hotel is still the category.
Hold on, hold on. I'm not going to give you that long to think about it.
Oh, I need the marker.
Oh, yeah, here you go. There you go, the marker. There you go.
Oh.
Days in.
Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Riviera. Polynesian.
That's like the middle finger.
Star
He's
Cruiser.
giving you the middle finger.
Contemporary.
Polynesian. Old Key
Florida,
West.
Old Key West, Florida, Boot, Port Orleans, other side.
French Quarter.
Time's up.
Can I guess?
Florida, California, Disneyland Hotel.
Oh, I was gonna guess
Buffalo
that.
Wild
You guys
Wings.
already won.
Oh,
Sure.
I was
Disney
trying to draw
Hotel. What
Sin-
is?
so
What is? Wait, what is this?
I didn't
Calif-
know.
That was
Snow
the
White.
tempting Snow White's castle to show Disneyland, but
That's not the castle at Disneyland.
You're
It's
drawing it really small.
Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Snow White has a castle.
yes,
She has her little
this
cottage.
looks
does
like-
not look like a castle at all.
No, this is.
A little.
That's the colossal piece of.
This is Black Spire Outpost. You're drawing Black Spire Outpost.
No, you're missing. There's too much mountain right here.
Dakondar's Den of Antiquities.
Oh yeah, those are
But it's
sticks.
Here's
rocks
the,
and sticks.
Here's the Millennium Falcon.
Where has this game gone?
There you go.
Welcome to Tom's Drawing Hour.
Airplane.
That's an airplane.
Florida.
What?
Flying to California.
This isn't an airplane.
I thought that was like an attempt at the Batman signal.
This is Clocky from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
They would have like probably drawn a line.
Oh man.
There he is.
Why is he angry?
He's
That's his clock pieces.
now he's happy.
Yay.
That's our show.
I like how I had you fly over St. Louis, though, with the arch.
Oh man.
You should have drawn. You should have drawn all the states along the way.
Yes.
All the states I drove through yesterday and the day before.
You drove?
He's old enough. Yeah.
He can see
I
above the
drove
steering
here.
wheel. He's old enough.
So that's our show. Remember, kids, stay in school. That way you know what an airplane or the state of California look like.
They liked my words better.
That's why Americans aren't good with maps. This is.
I like how the panhandle's completely gone.
It got washed away.
It's underwater after the hurricane. It's okay.
There you go. Now it's Florida. This is the route Walt Disney's plane went. They're like, this doesn't work. Let's go all the way over Canada and into California. We have a post show for Wigs members. Good night.